Who said it was easy getting old? Especially in the summertime. I think it's easier to get old in the winter, by the way. Today's video, we're out and about. I had to get my blood work done, and I also am at the food store doing a food shop with you, and the subsequent putting away and whining about it, and some talk. So stay tuned. I think you will be interested in some of the things that I picked up and some of the things that I'm going to make with you in the next video. I did have my blood draw this morning up at Quest Diagnostics, and I could only get an appointment at 10:40. They couldn't take me till 11:15, so I was fasting from way last night. We usually eat our supper, gosh, around 4 or 5 o'clock, but I did have a little something to eat about 8 or 9 o'clock just so I could make it. But they took 4 vials of, I think I can take this off now. They took 4 vials of blood. I think they were testing for B12 and anemia, a few other things. I think the last time I was at the doctor, he was a little worried maybe my hemoglobin had gone down a little. Oh, the joys of aging, right? Here's my baby bok choy for my soup. Hopefully we'll get to make this tomorrow or the next day. All these veggies look so good and so fresh. I still have plenty of my Chobani 20 grams of protein left, so I don't need more of that. But I do need Moosie's different varieties for our tacos, our fish tacos. You can get garlic and herb, beer battered, fish sticks, Parmesan crusted. A lot of them are fingers and a lot of them are triangle fillets, crunchy fillets, golden crusted. There's all sorts of these, and they're absolutely delicious when you put them into a fish taco. Notice that the Vandicams are cheaper. They don't have the variety, but they have jumbo and beer battered and crispy, but they definitely are cheaper. Those are our favorite crispy wings. On sale for $8.99 each, and they're yummy. Hope I get enough in here. There's usually, it says, usually we get 10 or 11. My potato bread. It's the best. Have to get a rye. Rye bread is the best. I like the dill. Get the butter unsalted, and I believe it's $4.99. I'm on a tea kick for the energy and the good things that they give you, and the lemon ginger is one of them. I have one home that I had last night that was delicious. I love the peppermint, but there wasn't, oh, green tea. I have plenty of green tea home. Let's see, what's another one? I've always loved the chamomile, especially the sleepy time vanilla. No, I think I'll get the chamomile. There's a green tea, but I have enough of that home, but that's one of the best for you. I believe I have turmeric home too. That's another good one. Definitely good for your energy and everything else. Bones, all the sprays. I like the butter. It's too big. Now in the bread sections, over by the deli in your supermarket, look through the different breads, the different types of good breads, freshly baked, and hopefully you will find these. And these are 2 in a package of the bowl that I use for my clam chowder.
Hello.
Hi, now can you tell me if these are sourdough? These are for the clam chowder.
Yes.
Oh, they are. Oh, good. Wonderful, thank you. And I think the price is $4.99 for 2. And you scoop out the middle. I'm going to show you how we do our clam chowder and add extra clams. You're going to love it. Well, I just came out of Vons and did a big shop. It wasn't one of those $79 Trader Joe's shops, But I was out of a lot of things, and I did do some chop and got some beef, some pork ribs. Moosey loves those, and a few other things. A lot of water and whatever. Well, the girl did help me in with all my groceries. I said to her, I should take you home with me. Shannon has already gone back to college, and there's no little kids around. Colleen is at the office, and I think I'm just going to take my time taking all this in. I did stop before I even did this food shopping. I went into Taco Bell this time. I always go to Del Taco, but Taco Bell is in this parking lot. And I did get myself a big protein beans and cheese burrito with green sauce in it, and the green chilies and some sour cream and cheese. It was real big and stuffed. I put a lot of hot sauce on it, and it was delicious. And of course, a nice iced coffee. I could never have done the shopping without something in me, some protein or some food or something. But I was drinking a lot of water, because I'm one of those people that they have a hard time finding my veins. At one point, she looked at the back of my hand. I thought, oh no, please God, no. Keep looking, you'll find it, which she did. And she took 4 vials of blood out for all the tests. So I see the doctor next week. So we'll see. I think all of this might be a little bit why I've been so, my energy, my stamina might be down because of maybe I need some B12 shots or something. I don't know. But I am going to take my time when I go home unloading all this. I'm not going to rush it. Shani has gone back to college. Brendan is working, and I don't have grandkids to bring it in. I should do this on a day that Aiden's here, but you can't always coordinate the day that you need garden help and housework with the day that you have to do your shopping. But it's not so much about bringing it home, it's bringing it into the house. We did something on that once before, and that was the hard part. And then when you get it on the counters, you get everything in, then you got to find some place in the refrigerator to put it. But I did get a couple of great meals. I did buy some more bok choy. I took you around with me a little bit through the supermarket with me, because many of you had said you liked doing that, seeing, especially the people in the UK, seeing the differences in the American stores, etc., prices and everything. And I did find those sourdough bread bowls for my clam chowder. And I'm going to make that for you and show you how I doll it up, nanny style, adding some extra clams, taking out some potatoes. I'm a fussy one when it comes to my clam chowder. Now, if I were in Maine, everything would be great. But here in California, I have to kind of doll it up if I can't get it fresh. So I'm on my way home. I do have to stop and get gas, because tomorrow, as you know, Ryan and I are going to the thrift shop, and we're going to do some good thrifting. I hope she does, and I'll help her a little bit too. She requested it, and I thought that was so cute that Ryan wanted to go thrifting with her almost 88-year-old nanny. That's fun. But remember, we do get that 30% discount. It is 30%, by the way, at our Savers. I did ask one of the gentlemen the last time that I was there, and they don't do 50% off on Mondays like some other ones do for the general public. And I did get 40% off a couple of weeks ago, but that was a special. So I ran into that by accident. And that was the day that I got those turquoise sandals that Colleen, by the way, wound up with. So I'm sitting here just kind of getting my breath. I'll go get my gas and fill up, and then Ryan and I will be on our way tomorrow. I'll be resting up. By the way, you know what I discovered when I got up this morning, and Moosey was outside. I was bringing him his breakfast and kind of walking around, bringing water bottles into the refrigerator and getting them cold. And I noticed that my legs were quite weak. And you know what? Ever since we had that power outage on Thursday, where I spent most of the day sleeping or resting or trying not to move because the power was off all day long. Friday, the temperature was also 100 or over a little bit. The same thing over the weekend. It was an exceptionally hot weekend, and the best thing to do is not to put your energy out. So I didn't. I did just what I had to do. As they say, do what you can when you can. And I made it a point to be very quiet and not move around. I forgot about, other than my normal little arm exercise or a few things in bed, but that walking is so important, because this morning, just walking around, getting ready and everything, I noticed my stamina was down because I had not been walking. I had not been out and about shopping in 5 days. And even that, always my outings, I always count them as exercise, because just walking around a store is definitely keeping those legs going. And you can do just so many Tai Chis and all the rest of it, but you gotta walk a little and keep that mobility going. Especially too, because I am the caretaker to Moosey, and I'm responsible for almost everything. So, okay, I'm gonna stop and get my gas, and I think when I get home, I'll check in with you again. Maybe by some chance somebody might be around, but we'll see. Okay, it's humid, it's hot, and I don't feel strong enough right now to bring all this in. Plus, guess what happened when I opened my door? This whole thing of Diet Cola for Moosey was sitting on top of the lemon and lime, and the whole thing fell out on my foot, on my 3 last piggy toes on my left side. Oh, we'll see. Hope they're not broken. So I'm gonna wait, just bring in the ice cream and whatever else I have to bring in, and just cool it for a while. The only thing that went into the freezer was my ice cream. Coffee ice cream. The rest of it stayed out while I laid on the bed for half an hour to recoup. And now I'm back. There are 10 or 12 bags on the floor that I've already unpacked. I will scrunch them all up and save some, and some will go. I still have 1 or 2 left to go, but this is what I bought. From bread to teas. Definitely needed albacore tuna, and I think there's 2 or 3 of those. I'm out of my barbecue honey. I needed my Pam spray oil. Here's the other tuna. Always can use those little green chilies, they're nice. Sweet onions, always the crispy wings, which we love. 2 bowls of chicken marsala linguine. Now I know these are processed, but they're quick when I just can't cook. I have my unsalted butter, my milk for Moosey cereal. Oops, I picked these on my way in. These are going in with the box. These didn't fare too well, but I picked them anyway. Remember the deal, you pick them when they're slightly red, and they go in the box with the banana. I had to water too, which kind of took my energy away in the heat. It's humid today. I am only buying fully cooked bacon now, and I use it mostly just for our croissant sandwiches in the morning, when we have them, maybe once a week. Always mozzarella cheese, my broccoli flowerettes, broccoliettes, and a little bit more of bok choy, a cucumber, some dill sauce, some blue cheese crumbles, always my cottage cheese. Oh gosh, a wonderful Asian salad. This looks great. I love my Asian salads, and I'll probably have this one night this week. Moosey's Activia probiotic. He has those almost over here. I'm going to do this with you on camera, maybe the next video. Here's my 2 clam chowder bowls. And I will scoop out the middles, heat them up, use a lot of the inside of the bread for dipping, and a nice crusty, then heat up my clam chowder. Now before I do that, I remove potatoes. Not all of them, just some, because most of the time when you're not in Maine and you get these processed chowders, these are good, but it has too much little potatoes in it. So I take out a lot of the potatoes and I put in fresh clams. Sometimes the whole babies, sometimes minced clams. And that's my dolled up clam chowder. Heat it up, pour it in these bowls, and I'll make it for you this week. Oh my gosh. These are my meat dishes. Always buy the crispy ones. And I did get the pork ribs. All I have to do is heat these up in the micro. Moosey loves them. So, and a processed chicken marsala. See my little heirloom tomatoes. This is what I have to deal with. Look at it. I have to put all this away now. Am I up for it? No way. Will I do it? Yes. Why? Because I have to. It's my job. These videos were recorded by Moosey this morning. 2 videos, probably almost 5 minutes long each. He just kept filming and filming to show me. We are at a standstill here with these squirrels. I want to get another pole and raise up this squirrel buster because obviously he's eating all the food. This is driving Moosey nuts. We're at our wits' end and we're at a standstill. He's ready to eradicate these squirrels and I'm trying to think of something else to do. This is definitely interfering with his enjoyment every day of enjoying his birds. So now I have rested. The food is in the refrigerator, in the cabinets, and all those paper bags are whipped up into one and away out of my sight. I have spent some time flat on my back and I am rejuvenated. But it's going to be interesting when I visit the doctor next week to find out what the results of all these blood tests were. The stamina and loss of energy might be due to anemia of some sort. I don't know what that exactly is, whether that's a loss of iron or B12 shots are necessary when you get real old or something. I don't know what. But one thing that happened this morning that I didn't realize as I was getting dressed, trying to figure out what would be good for accessibility for the nurse to be able to get to my arm to take blood and everything else, and to look fairly presentable at the same time. Looking in my wardrobe for something cool, I did find a nice short sleeve t-shirt and one of these little kimonos to put over it. And then I went looking in my cabinet that holds all the pants, mostly dark blues, blacks, whatever, except for the summer ones, which are in a different cabinet. And I picked out a pair, thought it looked pretty good, picked out my shoes, wound up in the nice office, sat down after I checked in at the Quest, and I looked down and I had navy blue capris on and a black shirt. Now, I have also done something. I have the shoes that I wear, my most comfortable ones, you've probably seen me in them all the time. I have 3 different colors of the same pair. I have an off-white color, kind of a light beige that I wear with my lighter things. And these are very comfortable walking shoes. And they're not exactly pretty, but they're comfy, that's for sure. And I have a pair of navy blue ones and a pair of black ones. I can't tell you how many times I've gone out the door with one navy blue and one black. Now you say, what's the matter, Nana? Are you getting colorblind or what? No, I'm not. However, the back of this adobe cottage backs up to a hillside that goes pretty high up. And of course, there's not a lot of big wide windows in this little adobe because it's tiny and it's darkish in there. In fact, I have flashlights all over the place, and I have lots of lights here and there too. But sometimes early in the morning, or if I'm getting dressed quickly, that black and blue type thing does matter. Now, would you believe no one has ever noticed this? And if they probably did, they wouldn't say anything, right? I don't even think Moosey's noticed it, nor have I sometimes. Oh, I think W did once. But anyway, no one noticed today, and I managed to get through the day with my black top and navy blue pants. But at least we had the same color shoes on today. So I think that it's supper time now. Well, our supper time is probably somewhere around 4. We don't have lunch, and especially today, since I was gone for a couple of hours, all of this took me quite a while before I got home, and then my resting and everything. I'm sure Moosey is starved. So I probably will have something that I bought, something easy and cool that I can heat up in the micro, and I think it's going to be those chicken marsala bowls. Now, Moosey is probably hearing that right now. Normally, I don't tell him what I've decided to make for supper, but I think that's it. So the dumplings and the bok choy, which is going to be delightful, is going to have to wait until this heat wave is gone, which I think is going to be in another couple of days. And also the clam chowder in those wonderful bowls. And I will make both of those with you on camera. So thanks so much for watching this, my friends. It's just another day trying to hang in there. As they say, getting older is not for sissies, that's for sure. And we're hanging in there. And that's what you have to do, my friends. There's going to be, every day is going to have its little problems here and there, whether they're personal or something extra that you might have to do, whether it's pain, whatever it is, you have to just hammer on through, hang in there, keep your woman power, and do the best you can. I understand so many of you are in constant pain, and I feel for you. I pray for you. We'll make it, my friends. So enjoy the video. I'll see you pretty soon again. Remember that I'm going thrifting tomorrow with Ryan, and that should be a fun day. I will include that in the next video. And who knows what we'll find. And I hope Ryan finds something really great. That's my biggest hope. Love you all. Thanks for being here, my friends. Don't forget to check your subscribes and your likes, and definitely do comment. Bye for now. Besos, and God bless us all.